I was just a puppy named Benji, born in a small village on the edge of the city where everything felt simple and quiet. My home was a little hut on the outskirts, surrounded by fields and woods. It wasn't a bad life, but it felt too small. I spent most of my days running through the fields, chasing sticks and playing by the river. I loved the smell of fresh grass and the cool water that flowed through the village. But deep down, I knew there was something bigger out there. Something more than just the quiet life of the countryside. One afternoon, by the river, I met a dog named Max. He was older than me, with a gray muzzle and wise eyes. He seemed like he knew everything about the world. We sat by the water, listening to the gentle flow of the stream as Max spoke. "You know, Benji," he said, "there's a whole world out there beyond this village. Have you ever thought about what it might be like to see the city?" His voice was calm, like the water running past us. At first, I didn't understand what he meant. I loved the village, but Max talked about the city, where the streets were always full of energy, where there were lights that never went out, and people who would love a dog like me. "There's a place for dogs like you, Benji," he said. "If you want to see something more, you can find it, but it takes courage." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about what Max had said. The next morning, I decided to leave. I wandered through the woods, past the old wooden cabin where I had once played as a pup, and headed toward the city. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew I had to try. Along the way, I met a dog named Rocky. He was strong, with a tough attitude, and he liked to wander alone. "Where are you going, pup?" he asked when he saw me walking down the road. "I'm heading to the city," I replied, my voice full of uncertainty. Rocky laughed. "The city? You're going to get lost there. It's full of cars, people, and chaos. It's not a place for a soft pup like you." His words were harsh, but I didn't let them stop me. After a while, I reached the city. It was overwhelming at first. Tall buildings, busy streets, and the loud sounds of honking cars. But there was something magical about it. I wandered through the crowded streets, not sure where I was going. It felt like I was in a dream. That's when I met Tom. He was walking down the sidewalk when he saw me. He stopped and knelt down, his eyes kind and gentle. "Hey there, little one," he said, petting my head. "You look like you've been on quite the journey." I wagged my tail, unsure what to do. He smiled and said, "Come on, I've got a home for you." Tom took me in, and I found myself in a small apartment with a cozy bed and plenty of food. I'd never felt so safe before. In the city, everything was different. I got to explore new places like the park with a big pond where I swam and chased after sticks. Sometimes Tom would take me to a cafe where I could sit outside and watch the world go by. The city was full of new smells, and I got to meet other dogs who had similar stories of finding their way. One day, as I was lying on the couch with Tom, I thought about the village, Max, and Rocky. I realized that I had found something I never thought possible. I had found a place where I could be loved and where I could truly belong. The journey had been tough, but it was worth it. I wasn't the same puppy who had run through the fields anymore. I was Benji, the dog who had found his way to a better life, and now I had a home, a family, and a city full of adventures waiting for me. And I knew that, just like Max had said, there was always more to discover if you were brave enough to go after it.